What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Two Beans in a Pod. My name is Jose.
Jared right here.
And we're two brothers that are definitely feeling in a great mood. The 49ers coming off of a victory, an 8th consecutive victory in the regular season against the Los Angeles Rams. Now our record is standing at 4-4. Currently, we are second in the division right behind Seattle. But 3-0 in the division. How's that victory feeling?
Okay, well, first, I kind of want to go a little bit off task. And I just want to say, I just got a late birthday gift from Gordon Ramsay. And,
Ramsay.
Yeah, you know what he gave me?
What did he give you?
Lamb sauce.
Lamb sauce?
Yeah, lamb sauce. Because we just beat the lambs.
Are lambs and rams, like, related?
It's the same thing.
I don't know. I'm not...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's like a pig. You don't say, oh, I'm eating pig meat. No, you say, like, pork chops or stuff like that, you know? But anyways, I'm really happy. You guys have no idea, okay? Heading into the game, right? Before I said, okay, this is a game I expect us to win, okay? Because one, we lost back-to-back games, okay? Two, if we lose this game, like Shanahan, he's probably gonna be in the hot seat. And three, it just makes our defense like look bad, you know? But no, I'm really happy we executed. We swept them once again. It's like, what, 8 games?
That's eight regular season games in a row.
So 4 years.
Obviously, we did lose the NFC Championship to them last year. The one game that, let's be honest, matters the most.
Oh, yeah.
But to know that we still have the upper hand on them whenever we really want to. You know what I mean? So now, if I'm Sean McVay, I know they were, obviously colleagues during their time in Washington. If I'm Sean McVay, I hate Kyle Shanahan. I hate looking at him. I hate looking at his name. I hate looking at his smile. Because you can't tell me that this guy goes into every game thinking he's going to lose. Sean McVay's trying to win every game against the San Francisco 49ers. And to see the type of performance that we were able to put on in the second half, going into halftime, we were down 14-10.
Yeah, I was actually nervous about that.
But see, and that's my thing. If we're going to start slow, okay, no, I should say, if we're going to slow down, I would start slow and like pick it up in the second half, which we were able to do. Because in the second half, we were able to score, 24 unanswered points. 24 unanswered points, 3 touchdowns, and 1 field goal. Our defense looked exactly what it should. We were able to get a lot of pressures in the second half. Bosa getting a couple sacks. Fred Warner all over the place. And then our offense, this is what I'm talking about. This is what the offense should ideally look like. We put up 31 points in the game, right? With weapons such as Debo, who we didn't have, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and now CMC. Match that with Trent Williams, Kyle Juszczyk. This offense is going to be potent. It has to be. With Kyle Shanahan's play calling, because as you mentioned, your criticism of him being,
It's too predictable.
No, but what is what you always refer to him as?
Oh, the offensive guru.
The offensive guru. Well, you have no excuse now. You have an abundance and embarrassment of riches now. You have so many viable options. And you even look at Dwelly in that big catch he had caught down the sideline.
Yeah.
Huge. And he was wide open. Why? Because people were focusing on Ayuk and CMC.
One thing that really caught my eyes, the flea flicker pass that McCaffrey threw.
Yeah.
I was so happy. I'm like, good. He's making the play more open, mixing things up, and making, like...
It's not as predictable. Yeah, exactly.
It's throwing the defense off, and that's the Shanahan I know. That's the Kyle I know, where it's so hard to figure out what is he going to do.
And what I find, like, we spoke with Dad about this. What I struggle with is, for example, we had faced the Falcons a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
A game we should have won. Then we get, let's be honest, embarrassed by the Chiefs last week.
Oh, yeah.
So heading into this game, I'll be the first one to admit it. I thought this is a game we could lose. Yeah. Am I confident in my team? Absolutely. But it's hard to keep up with them when they put up performances like against Carolina Panthers and then fail to show up against the Kansas City or Atlanta Falcons, as I mentioned.
Pretty much to short it out, you look at it at a reality perspective.
I do try to look at it in terms of reality and like how a realistic approach. But sometimes you don't know which team you're going to get. Are you going to get the defense that's locking down everybody?
Yeah.
Are you going to get the offense that's just potent and able to score points at will?
That's one thing that we got to work on. It's just the consistency, because games like these are the games that we should play. And keep in mind, we're not even healthy still.
We still have a lot of weapons. No, I wouldn't say weapons, but a lot of assets that are still out. I mean, in this game, we had no Armstead, no Juszczyk, no Debo, no Verrett.
Yeah.
I know there's other guys I'm missing as well.
And okay, here's the thing, right? We're not even healthy. If we're playing like this, when healthy, I see us a deep playoff contender team.
Yeah.
If we keep playing like this and we're healthy, it's like, dude, like, I don't know, man.
You have teams out there like the Philadelphia Eagles who are undefeated. They're 7-0, right?
They're still undefeated?
They're still undefeated. Then you have guys, and I'm going to talk strictly the NFC because the AFC is out of our worry.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia Eagles are 7-0. The Minnesota Vikings are 6-1. The Giants, the Giants are 6-1. The Dallas Cowboys are 6-2. And then you fall down, and then there's us at 4-4. So like the record itself doesn't really suggest that we are one of the best teams. But if we can continue to play like the way we did against the Rams, I don't see why we can't be considered one of the top teams in the NFC.
Yeah.
Specifically our division. We're now 3-0 in the division. We're 4-2 in the NFC conference. And just having that, over 500. You look at our plus minus differential. We're the only ones in the positive in the NFC West. I think we're clearly the best team in the NFC West. But again, our record says otherwise because Seattle, who at the moment are beating they just defeated the New York Giants now 27-13. They hold the number one spot in the division for now, hopefully. But as we head into a bye week, it goes back to you mentioning health. Heading into the bye week with a win is so good. It's good for morale. It's good for the confidence of the team. And now hopefully we can get guys back, start getting healthy, start reloading. Because now with the second half coming in, this is when it's going to count. If you remember last year in 2021, we were 3-5 and then went on a run that propelled us into the NFC Championship last year. This year, coming out of the bye, we're going to have guys like the Chargers. We're going to have guys like the Cardinals, the Saints, and the Dolphins. That's our first four games coming out of the bye. Following a struggling Buccaneers team, a Seahawks team that we should beat, Washington, who we should beat, the Raiders, who we should beat, and the Cardinals. I think we'll split with them, but I don't see us. I can't. I think we're going to split with them, but I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be able to sweep them as well. We literally can sweep the division. Yeah. We're halfway there.
Yeah.
We're halfway there, and I think this is the kind of game that we needed, especially because there's criticisms about how we use Kittle. Kittle was used pretty well in this game. I mean, not as often as other tight ends, but in terms of how Kyle uses Kittle, this was a healthy balance of blocking and receiving, would you say?
Yeah, for the most part, I would. So, see, with me, it's like, okay, no team is perfect, okay? Because I believe there's always room for improvements. Even for a team, let's say, the 72 Dolphins, okay? I still think they could be a better team, But I like the way, the direction we're going into, okay?
There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of upside. We can gain this off of momentum. I feel like this win can be something similar to last year where it'll propel us into the right wave of momentum that can carry us to, one, a division title, a playoff berth, and who knows, maybe a playoff win. And then once you get the ball rolling enough and a team starts gelling and a cohesive unit finds the common goal that they want, and that's the Lombardi Trophy, that plus the fact that they came so short last season, that in itself can propel a team into a Super Bowl contender. It's a long season. Obviously, we're only 8 games in. This is basically, what would be the halfway mark for us, especially with the 17-week season.
Yeah.
This would be the halfway mark. And we're at 500, which, I mean, ideally, we want to have a winning record.
Oh, we actually are. We're 500 again?
Yeah, we're 4-4.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
So, ideally, you want to be over 500, but hey, I'll take it, I think if we win 10 games, that's good enough to win the division, the way it's looking right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Seattle can sustain this type of productivity and this success for the rest of their season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One thing I do want to point out, because it's anytime you have a victory, especially against a division rival like the Rams, I look at the players, I look at the individuals, and what was going on with Jalen Ramsey? You see how he keeps going at Robbie Gould, our kicker?
Yeah, it's like, dude, like he's just kicking field goals, man. Like
that's 2 games this year. Like he was caught chirping with Robbie Gould. Robbie Gould, I think, is one of the best kickers we've ever had.
He did it even last year too, man.
Yeah, I know he did, but like even then, Robbie Gould, like what the hell does he have with Robbie?
I know, like what the hell?
And then he's yelling at his teammates. The frustration is beginning to show. You see Aaron Donald on the field. You see Sean McVay getting upset. And they should be. It's warranted. If I'm losing to the same guy, the same team, 8 times in a row in the regular season, of course I'm going to be frustrated. But then it starts to show. That's that insecurity showing and creeping its head and showing what the psyche is really, really about now. We're in the Rams' head. I think that's a fact. The only thing they got against us is that they beat us in the NFC Championship. And that's the truth. I don't like it because, let's be honest, it's the one game that mattered. But other than that, this whole rivalry that people want to put it up against, like, it's not really a rivalry. It's been so one-sided. The one key component, though, is that NFC Championship. I would trade any one of these victories, any one of those 8 victories, for that NFC Championship. And I think you agree with me on that.
Oh, yeah.
Because going into that playoff series, no one really thought we were going to go deep. We had guys like the Packers, the Cowboys. Yeah, no, I remember we made a bet on that. We in the wild card division, the wild card round, we had defeated the Dallas Cowboys. We then faced the Green Bay Packers. Following that was the LA Rams, and had we defeated them, we would have faced the Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl, a game I'm confident we could have won, just because of our defense and Debo and George, and obviously a combination of the offensive play style that we had with Mike McDaniel and Kyle Shanahan. But we have a chance here. We start building enough momentum, start getting healthy, and start peaking at the right time, which is now the second half of the season. Once we get past Thanksgiving, that's it. That's when you got to be on fire.
That's like how it is pretty much like with the NBA and like the whole All-Star break. It's like after All-Star break, that's when everyone's like, okay, like this is it,
Yeah, 100%. And I'm glad you brought up All-Star break because I wanted to segue into the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors, as of this recording, are currently facing the Detroit Pistons. They had just suffered a loss on Saturday night against the Charlotte Hornets in overtime. A tough loss, especially because we were up by 4 with about a minute left in the game. What are your thoughts on the Warriors right now and how they're shaping up?
Do you want to be honest, man? I'm not really too worried. It's the beginning of the season. It's like, okay, like legit, this is what happened last year, man. The first half of the season, we were struggling, we had injuries, Curry getting hurt and all that. But then once after All-Star break, it's like, okay, we're tuning up the bands and the rest is history.
Yeah, I think if you're going to start making mistakes, if you're going to start looking like you're in a slump, now is the time. You want to figure this out by All-Star break, just like you mentioned.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people thought, the sky was falling when we got blown out by Phoenix, but Phoenix outplayed us, let's be honest.
No, and even then, it's like, I'm not really too worried about it, because I feel like the Warriors, once it's the playoff time, it's a different Warriors player you're facing. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a different Warriors team you're facing than it was in the regular season. Yeah. The moment Clay's going off, the moment you got Curry, you got Draymond like yapping, getting to your head, and then you got Jordan Poole going on. It's like, dude, it's a wrap. And on top of that, the bench, dude. The bench is pretty good.
I agree with that sentiment. I'm looking currently at the box score, and as at the time of recording, we're in the middle of the third quarter here. We're down by 17, 57-74, down 17 to the 1-5 Detroit Pistons.
And even then, dude, I'm sorry to cut you off. We're on a road trip.
Yeah, and it's a back-to-back.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm not really too mad, because it's like, dude, it's a road trip game. We're a West Coast team traveling to the East Coast,
traveling is never an easy thing, especially when it's across the country. One thing I did want to note is Klay Thompson's not in the lineup. He's not playing tonight. Jordan Poole is in the starting lineup, and right now it's a struggle. Jordan Poole, 3 for 10. Again, this is the middle of the third quarter. 3 for 10, 10 points. Curry with 15 points. Wiggins 3 for 13 at the moment.
Oh, damn.
Now, obviously, we'll have to cover this in depth another time because by the time we finish this recording, the game will still be running.
Yeah.
Going back to the question about the Warriors and how they're looking, again, I agree with you wholeheartedly that this is too early. You can't really make assumptions this early in the season. It's a long season. There's 82 games. And like you said, all you have to do is get in the playoffs. Once you're in the playoffs, it's a different animal, Speaking of rough starts, how about those LA Lakers?
What the hell is going on with them, man?
0-5. I mean, we knew they were going to struggle.
But damn, dude.
0-5.
They're not a shooting team. Why is LeBron pulling up for threes?
He's pulling up for these ill-advised threes. And it's not all LeBron.
I know.
But you have other guys like Westbrook, even AD, who tends to, take a jump shot every now and then.
And then gets hurt.
And then gets hurt. It's just they're not a jump shooting team, and they continue to shoot the ball. And I get it, the whole saying, shooter's going to shoot, right? That's how you shoot out of your slumps.
Yeah, and the whole LeBron thing, chasing after the Kareem record. It's like, dude, I get it. You want to beat that record. But, dude, stick to what you can do, man. You don't see Curry dunking all over the place. No, he's sticking to what he does.
You stick to your strengths. I think this is going to be a benchmark season for LeBron in terms of the only thing we're going to remember it for is the record.
There's only one player I can think of who could do it all. Do you want to guess?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, because he takes it personal.
Well, I mean, it's a beast, man. He's a GOAT.
I don't know, man. See, like, LeBron's a great player, man. If you want to beat the record, that's cool. You know, it's history. Yeah. I'm down for it. But stick to what you're known for. Driving into the paint, you know? Shooting around the elbows, you know? Like, don't pull up from the wing, you know? Because, like, you don't
That's not his game. Yeah. That's not his game. But real quick, I know we kind of talked about the Niners already, but you said do it all. I would be remiss not to mention Christian McCaffrey.
God. Holy crap.
I'm surprised we glossed over that for a moment, but Christian McCaffrey, who had about 170 yards total yardage that included passing, receiving, and rushing. He finished with 1 passing touchdown, 1 receiving touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. The first time since 2005 when LaDainian Tomlinson did the same thing, a triple crown. He scored 3 different touchdowns, 3 different ways. It's only week 2 in terms of his tenure with the San Francisco 49ers, but I think it's hard to argue right now that it wasn't a good trade. Of course, maybe it's too early to say, but given today, this game against the Rams, I think it's going to go down as the Christian McCaffrey game because he took over it. He was the catalyst for the offense, and I think he really sends he set the tone with his physicality because he was carrying bodies. You saw him run over Kittle.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, damn, dude. He just trucked Kittle. It's like, dude, Kittle's a big guy.
Yeah, no. Kittle was throwing a block for Christian McCaffrey to continue running, and he ended up getting caught up in the crosshairs. And it was collateral damage at that rate. He got ran over by Christian McCaffrey as well. Speaking of collateral damage, and this just popped in my memory. Popped in my mind. At the end of the game, about a minute left. If you're Sean McVay, you're taking all your guys out, right?
Yeah.
And then there's Cooper Kupp, who it looked like it was an ankle.
I think he just tweaked it.
You think he tweaked it?
Yeah.
But even then, Cooper Kupp, it looks like he tweaked his ankle towards the end. He looked fine. But if I'm Sean McVay, dude, there's a minute left. There's no reason for guys like him and Stafford, who kind of messed up his hand early in the fourth quarter. Why are you keeping guys out that? Like you mentioned about the parallel about Derrick Rose.
That's legit. That's what it reminded me of. I don't know, man.
You don't want to do that. Having that type of a risk isn't worth it, especially when the game's already over. By then it was 31-14. The game's over. They got to prepare for next week. Why even bother? Why? And I get you don't want to pass the ball because you want to have the time to just roll out and just end the game and not hurt Stafford. But you're putting another star in danger. Without Cooper Kupp, you said it yourself. That's their offense.
Pretty much, man.
Because who's going to carry them? Allen Robinson? Allen Robinson couldn't keep his check in. He ended up getting penalized 15 yards for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Dumbass.
And it's like, again, but it's a heat of the moment. It's a heat of the moment.
Like, I get it, dude. You made a pass and everything, but let's be real. What has he done all season compared to when he was with the Bears?
No, and I agree with that sentiment because the acquisition by the Rams, it was supposed to be a way to make up for Odell Beckham Jr. He's not.
Dog, I knew the moment they signed him, I'm like, yeah, they're not going to get Odell.
Well, Odell's out. Remember, keep that in mind. He's still hurt. He's still recovering.
Yeah. No, and Odell even said he's not going to be back with the Rams.
I mean, early on it was speculative, and he has said I'm saying early in the season,
you're right,
he said he would like to.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, I get it. But now it's looking like no, he's probably not going to be there. But I'm just saying, early on, it did.
Don't be surprised if he goes to the Vikings.
No way.
I don't know. I have a feeling.
You think the Vikings?
I have a feeling, dude. Could you imagine, him being with the Vikings? That's actually pretty good. Man.
You know where I kind of want to see him.
Let me guess. Cincinnati?
No.
Dude, you know how cool that'd be, him in Cincinnati?
That would be pretty cool. Oh, they're all LSU boys too.
Exactly.
But no. I was thinking Baltimore.
Oh, damn.
Because who is Lamar Jackson's primary target?
You do got a point.
It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Then who's he throwing to? He doesn't have Hollywood Brown no more. So who would it be? Rashad Bateman, who's in his second year?
Every time I think of Bateman, I think of Patrick Bateman.
Patrick Bateman.
He's dressed up as him for Halloween.
Who?
Rashad Bateman.
Oh, he should dress up as him?
Yeah, as Patrick Bateman. Just get a suit, and bring like an axe or something.
And like a hair, like a fake wig.
Yeah, just get it from like Spirit Halloween or something.
I love Halloween. I think it's probably my third favorite holiday. Obviously, right behind.
Oh,
Christmas.
I thought you meant the movie. I'm like, okay, only the first one's good. The second one's too. The second one's pretty good.
The second one's not bad, but I mean, when you watch them back to back, it's even better.
Yeah.
You know what's my okay? So we're talking about scary movies. You know what's my favorite scary movie? That I recently just saw?
What?
It was the Rams in the second half. Because the
God.
Rams, if you looked up their stats, right? Matt Stafford had a prolific first half. But the second half, our defense was able to limit him.
He had like 3 completions last time I checked.
And you saw, remember the one play we talked about Cooper Kupp, where he practically rolled his ankle or whatever, tweaked his ankle?
Yeah.
That was his first catch of the second half. How crazy is that? We're able to limit them and their usage of Cooper Kupp. Again, I think a top 10 receiver in the league. For sure. That's not disputable. Top 5? I mean, you can maybe make a case. For sure. Cooper Kupp ended up finishing with 79 yards, 8 catches, and a touchdown. He also ran the ball twice for 10 yards. I mean, hey, that's the one guy we're not going to have an answer for. We struggled to defend him. But I look at it as, hey, if we're going to lose, it's got to be other people as well. If we can limit everybody else, like a Tyler Higbee. You look at the tight end Tyler Higbee, who was beating us on the screens. You know, he ended up having a lot of screen passes that were directed towards his way that would garner them first downs and kept their drives alive. But in the end of the game, at the fourth quarter, he drops a crucial third down pass that would have gained like 20 yards. They would have been down the field and kept their momentum rolling. And honestly, could have kept them in the game. But because of that drop, you saw him. He was upset. And what it does to your psyche, it was game over from there. It's like when Clay got thrown out of the game. All the momentum's gone.
Honestly, man, it just reminded me back in like 2014 against the Chargers. I remember this damn game. Bruce Miller, I'm talking to you, man.
I remember.
Butterfingers, dude.
I remember.
I swear, if we would have caught that, I think we would have made it to the playoffs.
That was Jim Harbaugh's last year with us in 2014.
Yeah, I remember that game, dude. I remember it, man.
I remember that game vividly because with the Jim Harbaugh years, I thought he was one of the best coaches I've ever seen. And maybe I'm biased because he was with the San Francisco 49ers. But I can remember that game and the way we lost and how crushing it was. I won't even lie. Like, dude, I cried after that game. Because you could see it. You could see, like, we're about to witness the beginning of the end. Because there was already rumors and speculations that he was finished with the team after that season. But after that loss, you could tell, like, okay, we're on the decline. We're no longer going to be contending for the NFC Championships like we did for 3 years in a row. And it was a tough time. And it took time. We had to go through Tom Sula. We had to go through...
Oh, the farty man.
That's right, Jim Tom Sula. Then we had to go through Chip Kelly, 2-win Chip, and finally we're at Kyle Shanahan. It took him 5 years, 5-6 years, but we got the running back that we should have gotten all along.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey. Again, the Christian McCaffrey game versus the LA Rams, 31-14, and now the Niners are 4-4 in the league, 3-0. In the division. I look forward to the bye week. Hopefully we can rest up and prepare for our next game against the LA Chargers. That is a game at Levi's, correct?
Yep, that is. Prime time, Sunday night.
A game that we definitely should win, but you already know the deal. You know how we feel about those.
Yep.
Games we should win, and then ultimately we don't end up winning. But hey, who knows? Who do the Chargers have next week?
I don't know.
You know off the top of your head?
No.
The LA Chargers have proven to be a quality team. Inconsistent, but still quality. They're facing the Falcons. They should beat the Falcons.
Trap game.
It is a trap, and I tell you,
Trap game.
I tell you, Atlanta is a trap game. My hope is that they defeat the Falcons convincingly. Mm-hmm. So by going against us, they're feeling confident, they're feeling good, and then here we are to knock them down.
Shove it down their throats, man. Charge it, dude.
Or even that. Do you know who they face after us?
No.
They face the Chiefs. So what if they just start thinking about the Chiefs and they have their mind, down towards the schedule, and they underestimate the San Francisco 49ers.
Yep, they get charged right down their throats. Because they're Chargers,
No, I got it.
Yeah, man.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Hell yeah, dude. What, do you want me to see the other end then?
No, that's fine. No, we'll keep it there. I mean, I was gonna say call them the San Diego Chargers, the LA Chargers, who we defeated in Super Bowl 29. In 1995.
I wasn't born, but yeah.
It was our last Super Bowl win, so yeah, you can't make fun of us because we make references to our last Super Bowl win anyway. Was it 49-26?
Yeah.
One of the best games Steve Young and Jerry Rice had ever played. But, again, it's a good mood, man. Defeating the LA Rams. As we bring this episode to a close, 4-4 in the league, 3-0 in the division. Brother, you want to go ahead and let them know where they can find you?
Yes, certainly, sir. Okay, y'all can find me on twitch.tv/SanFran5. Yes, I'm streaming, boys. I stream still, okay? And surprisingly, I finally uploaded 2 new videos to my YouTube channel, SanFran5. Yeah, pretty much it's the whole RE8 DLC, the Shadows of Rose. Freaking scared the crap out of me. I tell you what, man. I'm probably gonna upload more videos on Halloween, actually. So yeah, Halloween. As you're watching or listening to this, Halloween is when it's releasing. So yeah, y'all should check it out. Give it a thumbs up if you want. Subscribe. Yeah.
Will you be posting that on like the YouTube page?
Or? Yeah, SanFran5.
I only mentioned because this episode's every Tuesday, fam.
Oh.
So by then it'll be November 1st.
Oh damn! Well, it's already gonna be up by then, y'all. So do me a favor, check it out, okay? Doesn't hurt my feelings, but hey, I appreciate the thought, you know. And of course, follow me on Snapchat, broke_beaner445. Yes, you heard it right, broke_beaner445. I know, because my Halloween costume, I'm dressing up as myself, but broke. Okay, I'm gonna have an empty wallet. Okay, because I'm a broke beaner.
We will have a link on the 2 Beans in a Pod YouTube channel to your channel, SanFran5. So anyone that's interested, please check out his content and subscribe for more content.
Yep, I just hit 40 subs, y'all.
There you go.
Pretty lit.
Little by little. This has been another episode of 2 Beans in a Pod. As always, you can find me on all social media platforms at JustJose_3. Be sure to follow the podcast on Spotify or subscribe to our YouTube channel on 2 Beans and a Pod, where you can find each episode of this podcast, as well as on TikTok. We're uploading more clips to TikTok, so you can find just condensed videos of these episodes, just to give you a quick flavor and taste of what we produce. Once again, thank you again for dropping by and hanging out with us. And if you enjoy these episodes, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, 2 Beans in a Pod. As always, my name is Jose, and this has been Jared, and we are 2 Beans and a Pod.